All right, Panther City. You know him, you love him, Mr. Edgar Castro. You guys saw his post just a couple days ago, man. You are officially an investor, is that right?
Yes, sir. Absolutely. After some
Awesome, man.
time, yeah, officially on this side.
Nice, man. So, Avi, you said this side, so tell us a little bit about the other side. What were you doing before? What you got you interested?
So beforehand, I mean, to even take it further back where I was before I even got into real estate, had a personal training company, managed a solar company, just did a bunch of entrepreneurial type of jobs, or adventures, I guess you could say. But eventually made my way into wholesale real estate. Ironically, through personal training, a kid whose dad was a acquisitions manager, just through conversation, he introduced me to the company. And that's kind of where it all started. So I started wholesaling for about 9 months. And then through wholesaling, met a hard money shop at the time that gave me a good opportunity. And that's really where I think it kind of just took off. So for the last year and a half now, I moved to Dallas, originally from Arizona. So I moved to Dallas, and so I've been here. Actually, yesterday marks a year that
Nice,
I've been
man.
here in Dallas now, officially moved. So yeah, it was just wholesaling and then doing the lending side for the most part, and then now finally closed on my first flip, and now I'm officially an investor now.
Hey, that's excellent, man. Like, congratulations. Like,
Thank you.
for sure, man. So tell us about the deal. Like, what jumped off the page at you specifically on that one?
So, and I know a lot of times too with like early on investors, obviously I'm still early myself, but a lot of people go into what's called the what is it, analysis paralysis. Is that right?
Sure. Yep, that's it.
So where you're just looking at a bunch of deals, the numbers make sense, but you're like, I don't know. And luckily, I have a good team behind me. A couple of guys were partners up that I'm more of the analytical thinker, the numbers cruncher, obviously with the lending side. And
Hmm.
we found a bunch of deals. We were actually putting in a couple of offers, just didn't get accepted. And then this last one, I mean, it was just putting in a couple of offers until the one that actually, I actually took the bite. And so we got it through a wholesaler, smoking deal. We got it pretty well discounted, basically about 100 to 120K discounted to the market in Euless,
Okay.
Texas. And so
Yep.
it does need some work, and that's the reason why we got it so discounted. But that gave us enough room to play with, or essentially, get a bigger rehab budget to at least push
Yeah.
the ARV and hopefully, make some money in the long run. So yeah, there's enough spread for us there. I think that it's going to be good in the long run.
Nice, man. So, I mean, obviously, analyzing a couple other deals, uh,
Mm-hmm.
you know, how many deals do you feel like you looked at before you really were like, yeah, this is it. This is the one, give or take.
Well, truthfully, from we partnered up and said, all right, this is what we're gonna do, and then now we're like full time looking at deals. Honestly, it was probably like a month or two, but I think I was more confident in that aspect just coming from the lending side. Like I'm always
Mhm.
looking at deals. I know what the numbers look like or what they should look like. So that gave me a lot more confidence to just start throwing in offers to know what we're looking at.
Nice. So there's two things that you just mentioned. So first off, you said you had a team and a
Yes.
partner that's doing this. So do you feel like that really took you to the next level quicker?
Oh, absolutely. 100%.
Really?
100%.
Okay.
Yeah. Because, I mean, truth be told, one of the partners who's bringing in all the capital, he's kind of like our silent partner, private investor, I guess you could say. But his background actually is why I think we're all going to do really well, is because we all have unique, attributes and things we can bring to the table. But Mike, he had a really successful marketing company, did it like he just had really big companies that he worked with. And so worked he's worked these type of businesses at a high level
Mhm.
that I am just so grateful for, because I see him as a mentor, and I'm always like willing to learn from him. And he thinks things outside the box, more analytical, as far as like he wants to know what's the worst case scenario first before the best case scenario, which I love, because I feel like a lot of people get into this business thinking it's all sunshine and rainbow and we're going to make a ton of money, and it's like, no, we have to think the worst case possible so we're prepared for it. And it so little things like that. But Mike brings not just that, but he just brings a bunch of experience in business in general that I'm like super grateful for. But
Mhm.
essentially, I think that's the reason why we're moving so fast and so aggressive, and why we're finally doing it.
Nice, man. And so I'm just gonna ask, like, where did you guys meet? Like, how did that happen?
So he actually, I met him through a loan officer that I work with now. So that's how the actual partnership came to be. Was me and Jordan Flecker, who was another loan officer with me.
Hmm.
And then he knows this other individual. It's actually his dad. And so his dad actually wanted, I believe his dad was just, or he was trying to help him out just to get a, like one of their first houses, I guess he was saying, him and his wife.
Yeah.
And so, oh, sorry, I got a call. And so he eventually said, you know what, instead of, looking for a house, I'd rather just put in an actual investment. And so he brought the idea to me because him and his dad were already kind of in the talks of, trying to invest. And so
Mhm.
he knew the experience that I've had, all the connections that I've had, and I've always talked about obviously wanting to invest. And so it was kind of just like perfect timing. And he ended up asking me like, hey, like, would you, want to partner up on this? And I mean, a month and a half later now, here we are, and it's official, and we're rolling.
That's awesome, man. And I saw you had the keys in hand. So like that's for real, for real. That's
100%.
great. Nice. So another thing that you had mentioned too is that you talked about like the spread. And
Mm-hmm.
so ultimately opening up those margins. Um, would you say that I guess like the biggest just from what you said, I think you're gonna agree with this, but would you say that like when you buy the deal is really when you make it?
I think, man. Oh yeah, no, absolutely, because you have to buy it
Sure.
right. 100%, one hundred
There you
percent. Yeah,
go.
you have to
Okay.
buy it right. I think that's the biggest thing because if you buy it above market level, then you're just giving up more on your rehab budget, enough for you to like not make money on that end. And so,
Yeah.
yes, I agree. I believe the purchase price demands the entire integrity of the deal.
That's awesome, man. I mean, and that's such a good outlook because you're right. People they watch too many fix and flipping shows and they all get everything done in a half hour.
Yes.
22 minutes to be exact. And
Yeah,
you know, and I speak from experience being on one of those shows that none of that is actual real TV. So it's awesome, man, to hear that you did analyze deals, you had looked at a couple of them, but what seems like your scaling and your fast track really was the relationships you built.
100%.
That is amazing,
100%.
man. No, and I think that just speaks volumes to get out there and meet people. I mean, and you're fantastic at it. I mean, you even bring your girlfriend around, which is
Yeah.
awesome. I mean, to get both of y'all out there and being in, the industry and it's awesome, man.
Dude, yeah, I agree. No, I think anybody out there that's just like wanting to get into real estate, like going to all these meetups, not even just with us at Panther City REI, like go to
Sure.
every event, go to every meeting, like you're gonna meet somebody. You never know who you're gonna meet. That next person you meet, you bump their shoulder. It might be your lifelong business partner. And it could just be more than that, right? But the point we're getting at is like, yeah, you never know who you're gonna meet until you put yourself out there. So yeah, I 100% agree. They need to get out there.
That's awesome, man. Well, listen, man, we're excited for you. We want updates. We want
Yeah.
updates. We want the dirty stuff. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
we want the you open the wall and uh-oh,
Yep.
like that moment where we're about to cut to commercial because
Because it's juicy.
we gotta
Yeah.
keep them hanging,
Well,
right?
yeah. So that's the goal with this one. I'm trying to post as much content as I can on my
Good.
page. And so we officially got our foundation quote today. So we start demo and everything on Monday. So starting Monday, I will be pretty much, on site every day or every other day, trying to shoot a video or two, just keeping everybody posted and updated because I want to just give transparency as far as across all the board. You know what I mean? So
Nice,
everyone
man.
knows the ins going on. If we end up losing money or making money, I want everybody to know so they know the truth.
Sure.
What's going on.
That's perfect, man. Well, we look forward to it. Where's the best spot to look at and see your content and everything that you're going to be doing?
So Instagram is investing with underscore e. So it's investing with e.
Uh-huh.
And then my Facebook, just Edgar Castro. I believe if you put Edgar Castro Espinosa, I got the two last names. So,
Nice.
but that's my Facebook. So you just Facebook and Instagram is all I really use right now. But yeah, I mean that's pretty much where everyone can keep up with the whole process and everything that we're gonna be doing.
Cool, man. Well, we'll make sure and put that in the post and everything too. So when
Cool.
we get this, and this will be up on YouTube too. So
Awesome.
we just want to, it'll be there forever, man. You're
Yeah.
now in the annals of real
Very
estate
cool.
investing. I love it. But dude, thank you again so much for taking the time to do this. I love the fact that you're able to transition into one phase to another to now another. I mean, congratulations, man. It's huge.
Thank you, man. Thank you. I really appreciate it. And I mean, if I can just give anybody really a message out there, like to go back to, you really don't know who you're going to meet or whatever the case is. Like, you really just don't know what's out there until you put yourself out there. And it's scary. A lot of this stuff is scary, but if it's not scary or it doesn't scare you, it's probably not a big enough dream. Right. And so
Exactly.
get yourself out there, man. You're going to make something happen.
Got to do it. I love it, man. Well, thanks again. We appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thanks, Steve.
Yes, sir.